Hi everyone. So I'm going to discuss JVM architecture. So JVM stands for Java Virtual Machine, as you all know. But before going further, let's have a quick look on virtual machine. So virtual machine is nothing but a software simulation of a physical device. For example, if we have a calculator in our mobile device, then this calculator app is nothing but a virtual machine. Okay, I hope now it is clear. So we have two type of virtual machine. The first one is hardware based virtual machine and software based virtual machine. So hardware based virtual machine is a software that provides us different logical machine inside a same physical device with strong storage isolation. So for example, if we have installed a Windows 10 operating system in our PC and we have installed a software called VirtualBox. So by using this software, we can achieve hardware-based virtual machine. This VirtualBox provides us a platform where we can install different OS inside this. So we can install a Linux inside a window. Okay, so that is how it works. Now come on to the second part, that is software based virtual machine. So the software based virtual machine uses the runtime engine to execute a particular program. For example, we know we have JVM to run Java program and we have CLR to run .NET program. That's it about virtual machine. Let's move further. So we have a software called Java Virtual Machine. This software come into picture only when we have to execute a Java program. Okay, so the JVM is divided into the three major parts. So the first part is class loader, and the second part is memory area. The this whole memory area. JVM creates this area into a RAM, and the last one is execution engine. So the class loader is responsible for loading a class file into the memory, this area. So we have the class loader perform three activities: loading, linking, and initializing. The first activity is done by three class loader. The first one is bootstrap, the second one is extension, and the third one is application class loader. Let's look let's look deep into this. So the bootstrap class loader loads all the core Java API load classes. For example, thread, string, and class, and many other core Java APIs. So the path that is used by bootstrap class loader is c.program file /java /jdk /jre/lib and rt.jar. This this is the file, this is the jar file where all the core Java API classes are stored. Let me show you. If you open System Explorer and go to the Java folder inside the program file, here now go go into the JRE and then library lib, and here we can find rt.jar, this one. If we have installed a software called WinRAR, then we can directly open it and show the content inside it. So we have different type of folder here. So all these folder contains different Java files. So if you want to see thread class and string class, here we can see we have applet. So thread and string, these type of classes belongs to the folder lang, and we know that the lang package is imported by JVM itself. We don't need to import it. We don't need to import it externally. We don't need to import it externally. So we can see that we have string class inside this here, and we have thread class, we have system class, we have thread classes. So the system classes we use in system.out.println. That system is a class. So this is where we can find all these classes. So the second part is extension class loader. So this class loader loads all the external jar files, jar APIs. For example, if we want database connectivity in our program, then we have to use JDBC, and that is an external jar library. So first we need to download the JDBC jar file, and then need to put into the ext folder inside a library. So the path where the extension class loader loads from is c/program file /java /jdk /jre/lib and then ext. This is where we have to paste our external jar files, and this extension class loader is responsible for loading these external jars. The third one is application or system class loader. So this class loader is the this class loader loads all the user defined classes, made a class named student. So the path is used by the system class loader is environment path variable. So class loaders are all these class loader follow the parent child fashion. All all the files of bootstrap class loader automatically come into the external because it is parent of extension, and extension is parent of system or application class. So to load all the file of a program, JVM only call system or system class loader. The JVM only call the application class loader, and it will get all the work done automatically. So that's enough for today. Thank you.